It is the notion of choices. Choices are a very important part of our lives. We, as individuals, are defined by the choices we make. Some of our decisions can have very significant consequences and totally change the courses of our lives. As a storyteller, I've always been fascinated with the idea of recreating this notion of choices in a fiction. My dream was to put the audience in the shoes of the main protagonists, let them make their own decisions, and by doing so, let them tell their own stories.
Now!
Taking someone's life, it changes you forever.
So, I wanted to introduce a character that had kind of life hacked the apocalypse to the point where they knew that if they removed the jaws and arms off of a zombie that they could become fairly docile because they couldn't attack, and it was supposed to be kind of a startling, crazy image to show, like, oh my gosh, 19 issues in and things are really getting nuts. Like, we're really getting into like how different this world is. Some interesting ways. I don't want to reveal too much, but it'll definitely kind of go hand in hand with the comics a little bit more than season 2 did.
We both know how this is gonna end, Michonne.
It's really him.
On my way.
Is wanted in connection with a string of grisly murders that has gripped the city and claimed the lives of first response police officers. More on this story as it develops.
Ladies and gentlemen, the accused, Jonathan Finn, is guilty. Of that, there's no doubt. Your job is simply to determine how he is punished.
When I first heard about the idea of developing a game with such important and so many water locations, it did cause a little bit of panic, to be honest, because these things are traditionally very hard to do in real-time CG. But for us in this game, the ocean is such a pivotal location where many of the important scenes happen there. It was important to find a way to do it and do it well.
When we get back to Prescott, you still owe me a working ride. I haven't forgotten about our deal. You couldn't have known what happened to your van, but still.
Don't worry. I haven't forgotten our arrangement.
I know it's not the easiest thing to find, but cool. Thanks.
Mari!
Really thought you could just walk back in here like nothing happened? I don't think so.
Stay
Stay
the fuck
the fuck
away from her!
away from him!
Alex, stop! Stop! Alex!
Just take the kids.
What?
Please. Just take the kids. It's too dangerous out here for them.
Kenny,
It's just a little girl and a baby boy. You can make room for that. You can take back the supplies you gave us if that helps. Please, just... I need them to be safe. And it's safe in there. I know that. Just ask someone, please. They won't make it out here. Please.
I'll ask. Just give me a second. We can take the children, but just the children. I made the case that...
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, okay? Listen. This is your chance. For you and this boy. I don't trust myself to keep you two safe. Not anymore. Please, I'm begging you. Please, stay here.
No! We're leaving! All of us! Together!
Clem, please. It's safe here. You need to think
Stop!
about the...
Stop! Okay? We're not staying, so just stop!
I'm only supposed to give out one per group, but... look. If you're in the area, check back in a few months. We might be accepting people then.
Thank you for the help. And, sorry for the language.
Well, it's a shitty situation. We're all doing the best we can. You all stay safe out there.
You're as stubborn as a damn mule.
Yeah? Wonder where I got that from. Come on.
Until Dawn has a dynamic, ever-changing story, the facial performances and the body performances are recorded separately, with different systems. With the body capture, we use reflective bead suits and an infrared camera matrix system that drives the CG bone hierarchies in our character models. These performances cover everything from character locomotion, scene-specific performances and stunt work, most of which was recorded at studios in Pinewood and Shepperton, near London.
The storyboards are vital to the production design, as it allows the designer to understand the scale of the environments to be made and the detail that would be seen to create the atmosphere of a horror. This took us into concepts that took these storyboards further, visualizing the world through the color palette, the lighting, tone and the mood, and developing key locations such as the lodge, the cable car stations, the forests themselves, the wilderness. As you can see, the environments and atmospheres change quite a bit from warm and inviting to cold and threatening. The Millionaire's Mountain Lodge was a key example. It was designed to be made from nearby stone and timber, embedding it into the landscape, with a contrasting and contemporary interior needing to be opulent and extravagant. We created dark and claustrophobic corridors with ominous and large open spaces, almost cathedral-like in size, and with huge structures to silhouette and dwarf the characters within, providing a labyrinth to explore and wander.
Thanks for joining us. We're here with Jessie Buckley to talk about Supermassive's brand new game in the Dark Pictures anthology, The Devil in Me. So let's start at the beginning. Tell us a bit about the character that you play.
I play a character called Kate Wilder, who is a presenter who's part of this documentary team who are doing a show about the serial killer H.H. Holmes. America's first serial killer confessed to 27 murders.
There! Let's go!
Get his gun!
Shore up the defenses! Lock this place down tight!
How does the story of the Wolf Brothers end?
They make it to the other side. Be careful.
You're safe, Sean. Just get out of the car. Like your brother.
Here on Heavy Rain, I had the opportunity to write about something I personally experienced. And the idea came when I was a young father of a little boy who was 5, 6 at the time. And on a Saturday afternoon, I was in a mall with my wife and him. And I thought he was with my wife thought he was with me. And suddenly we realized we lost him. And I know this is something that happened to many parents, so all people who have kids know what I'm talking about because it happens very often. And it's a moment of, you know, panic, total panic. And it's incredible the amount of things that can go through your mind when these things happen. So it didn't last very long. It lasted like 10 minutes before we hear someone in the, you know, overhead speakers saying, oh, a little boy is waiting for his parents at the desk. But it's really something horrible, and you realize how much you love your son in these moments, and you think, well, what if I don't find him? And all the idea of Heavy Rain came from this fear and of this idea. We also wanted to start from a blank page regarding the action sequences. We were, of course, not very satisfied with the results on Indigo. This is something we wanted to try. It didn't exactly work the way we wanted. And we wanted to start again from scratch and find new ideas. How can we keep the benefit of this, what we call PAR system, symbols appearing based on timing, without having this feeling of being completely disconnected of the action, like you do this kind of strange thing, pressing buttons, and then you watch a movie. How can we integrate all this and give you the feeling that you really do things directly and not through an interface?
I cannot believe this is for reals. My best friend is a superhero. Now it's your turn to bust a cap.
I don't know about this.
Are you afraid of getting in trouble? Oh, boo-hoo, Max is afraid. I know you can handle this, and I'm here to guide you. You okay? You saved me again! Crazy! Now we're totally bonded for life. Damn, that was close. Shitballs. Okay, here's the plan. I'll go to the diner and distract Frank by telling him I have his money, but he needs to come with me. Then you come in and rewind so Frank doesn't see me. Then you can tell Frank he needs to check out his RV, and then you rewind after you get the key, and...
Chloe, I got this. I'll be right back.
Don't let my epic plan get in the way of yours. I'll try to scrounge up a Scooby snack to distract his mangy mutt.
Oh my god, finally. I don't know if you tried to reach us. All the calls are getting dropped.
Well, I reckon you didn't do it then.
Why do you say that?
Usually it's about now I get the I didn't do it.
In the road!
This other time.
You need to be quiet.
Who is this?
I'm Clementine. This is my house.
You've been all by yourself through this?
Yeah. I'm so hungry. Hope I get to eat soon.
Everyone's starting to hate me because I'm the one that rations the food.
You don't fucking steal from us! We gotta get out of here!
The hell kind of place was this?
Kinda looks like Doug, don't he?
We just lost everything.
We've been through more together than you can imagine.
How about you? What about Clem?
I'll protect her no matter what.
Scared little girl.
Put down the crossbow.
I needed to kill you fuckers.
Well, what are
Come on, let's go!
She needs you, Lee. This is not a discussion!
I'm not leaving!
I don't want to do this.
You have to. I'll keep you safe.
I've spent my life taking orders. Now it's my turn to decide.
My name is David Cage. I'm the writer and director of Detroit.
It's been just over an hour since a little girl was taken hostage in the top floor building here in downtown Detroit.
So Detroit is a neo-noir thriller set in the near future in the city of Detroit. And in this world, technology made possible the creation of androids that look, speak, move exactly like human beings. And they have replaced humans in most of their jobs. Well, the existence of androids creates a very ambiguous situation and relationship with humans, because at the same time humans become very dependent on these androids because they do all types of jobs in society. There are workers, there are nurses, there are teachers, so we really need them to do these jobs, but at the same time there's a very high level of unemployment. But androids are absolutely not considered in this society. They are just machines, they are just objects, and they are treated as such. And when the story starts, some of these androids start to have strange behaviors. They start to disappear without any reason, or even start being aggressive towards humans. It's as if they were overwhelmed with their own emotions.
Don't come any closer or I'll jump!
In Detroit, we play more than one character. So we introduced the character of Kara at Paris Games Week, with playable character. And here at E3, we wanted to come with a playable scene just to show how the game plays. And we introduced another character. His name is Connor. And Connor is a very advanced prototype of Android. It was designed to help human investigators working on cases involving deviant androids. He can, analyze a crime scene, he can detect clues, he can recoup things, he's equipped with ballistics, he can just detect a bullet and rebuild where it came from. He is really cold, very smart, very clever, and he's only driven by one thing: it's accomplishing his mission at any price.
You lied to me, Connor.
Game after game, we try to challenge ourselves. For Detroit, we wanted to, first of all, to write a story that would be incredibly bending, which means the most non-linear story that we've ever created. And we wanted really the player to have the possibility to change the story, change his own journey.
When you're writing at Quantic, you're writing for an interactive medium. When you're working in television, you'll put a character in a difficult situation, and you as a writing team will argue about what would that character do. But ultimately you have to decide what happens, and you just show the audience. What's interesting about interactive drama is you bring the player into that conversation, and it changes your job slightly as a writer, because your job is to provide a narrative context in which the player can write his own story. You're giving him this kind of narrative Lego that he's going to snap together into his own shape. You also have the ability to make your audience attach themselves to your characters, because the audience is in some sense responsible for what happens to the characters.
It's just a few cans.
Come on, let's go. We have some cash now.
You used me to steal that money. How could you do that? I trusted you.
What is a bit specific about this scripts is how large they are. If you take a film script, there are about 100 pages, but here we have to deal with a script that is between 4,000 and 5,000 pages. Everything becomes bigger because we don't just tell one story, but we tell all the possible stories that can be told within this narrative space.
On Act 3, our final act, we have around 1,000 different scenarios, and every one of those scenarios has to be as interesting, as passionate, as strong, and as emotional for the player. We want every action that the player does, every interaction that is available to serve in telling the story, and help the player understand who his character is, and build that character moment to moment. that players can consult during a scene or at the end of it, which shows exactly what they did and what they missed. There are games out there offering world exploration. We offer narrative exploration.
You know, keeping control of such a wide and large story is a huge challenge.
Please indicate your identity and destination.
Agent 54, level sub 49.
Voice recognition validated. Access authorized.
Stay sharp.